have the power within you to change your life. Right now, at this very moment, you possess something extraordinary, the ability to choose your thoughts. That single choice is the key to unlocking everything you're capable of. Because make no mistake, negative thinking is a thief. It steals your joy, robs you of opportunity, and traps you in a cycle of fear and self-doubt. But today that ends. Today we make a decision to silence the noise, to take back control, and to kill negative thinking once and for all. Before we fully dive in, I just ask for one small thing. If you can, take a second to like or hype the video. It helps to reach more people who might need these words today. Thank you. Now, how many times have you talked yourself out of a dream? How many chances have you let slip away because that little voice in your head whispered, "You're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're not ready"? That voice is a liar. It feeds on your insecurities and grows stronger every time you listen to it. But the moment you challenge it, the moment you choose a different thought, it loses its power. You see, your mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant and nurture is what will grow. If you constantly feed it doubt, fear, and limitation, that's what will shape your reality. But if you plant seeds of belief, gratitude, and courage, your life will begin to transform in ways you never imagined. This isn't about pretending that life is easy or that challenges don't exist. It's about choosing how you respond to those challenges. It's about realizing that you have the strength within you to face anything and the resilience to rise every single time you fall. There was once a young man who grew up in poverty. He had every reason to believe that life was unfair, that success belonged to other people. But one day he made a choice. He decided that his circumstances would not define him. He refused to let his environment dictate his destiny. Instead of focusing on what he lacked, he focused on what he could control: his thoughts, his actions, his mindset. Day by day, he worked on himself. When negative thoughts crept in, he didn't let them linger. He replaced them with words of power. He surrounded himself with people who lifted him up, not dragged him down. He filled his mind with knowledge that inspired him, with ideas that pushed him forward. He set goals, he worked tirelessly, and he refused to quit. Years later, that same young man became a successful entrepreneur, a loving father, and a respected member of his community. He didn't get there by luck. He got there by mastering his mind. He killed negative thinking and built a mindset of growth and possibility. And that same power exists within you. You can rewrite your story starting today, but it requires action. It requires discipline. It requires you to become the guardian of your mind, to decide which thoughts get to stay and which ones must go. So how do we do it? How do we kill negative thinking once and for all? It begins with awareness. Most people go through life on autopilot, letting their thoughts drift wherever they please, never questioning whether those thoughts even serve them, but not you. From this moment on, you must become aware of what you're thinking. Pay attention to that voice in your head. What is it saying? Is it encouraging you or tearing you down? Is it empowering you or holding you back? Once you become aware of your thoughts, challenge them. Don't just accept every negative idea as truth. Ask yourself, is this really true? What proof do I have? You'll discover that most negative thoughts are nothing but fear disguised as logic. They aren't facts, they're habits. And once you realize that, you can begin to change them. Replace the negative with the positive. This isn't about lying to yourself. It's about choosing to focus on your strengths instead of your weaknesses, your potential instead of your limitations. For example, instead of saying, "I'm not smart enough to get that promotion," say, I have valuable skills and experience to offer. I'm going to work hard, keep learning, and give it everything I've got. Because your brain believes what you tell it. If you constantly feed it negativity, it will search for proof to confirm it. But if you feed it empowering thoughts, it will find reasons to believe in your success. Every thought you choose plants a seed. Every seed becomes your future. So choose wisely. Choose growth. Choose belief. Choose the mindset that will shape the life you truly deserve. Remember, your brain believes whatever you tell it. It listens to your inner dialogue more than it listens to anyone else. If you constantly feed it messages of doubt, fear, and limitation, it will look for evidence to prove those messages right. It will filter your world through the lens of negativity. But if you choose to feed it empowering, uplifting thoughts, your mind will start to seek evidence that supports those instead. The more you repeat positivity, the more your brain rewires itself to expect it, to find it, to create it. Your thoughts literally build the foundation of your reality. One of the most powerful tools in killing negative thinking is gratitude. You cannot feel truly negative when your heart is focused on what you're grateful for. Gratitude is the antidote to anxiety. It's impossible to be bitter and thankful at the same time. Every day, make it a habit to pause and list at least 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be grand or dramatic. Sometimes the smallest things carry the greatest meaning. Maybe it's the warmth of the morning sun on your face. Maybe it's the sound of laughter from someone you love. Maybe it's the meal that nourished you or the friend who reached out just to see how you were doing. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing in your life to what's already there. It retrains your brain to look for what's right instead of what's wrong. And over time, that shift becomes your default way of thinking. Natural, automatic, unstoppable. The words you use, both in your mind and out loud, shape the world around you. Language has energy. It can build or it can destroy. It can lift you up or it can bury you under the weight of your own self-doubt. Start paying attention to the words that come out of your mouth. Are you saying things like, I can't, it's too hard, or I'll never be able to? Those phrases are poison. They're self-fulfilling prophecies that program your mind to accept defeat before you've even begun. The moment you say, I can't, your mind stops looking for a solution. But the moment you say, how can I? A door opens. When you say, it's too hard, shift it to, this is challenging, but I'm getting stronger. When you say, I'll never be able to, replace it with, I'm learning, I'm improving, and I'm working toward it. Your words create your world. Speak power, speak life, speak possibility. Another crucial key to killing negative thinking is surrounding yourself with positivity. The people you spend your time with, the media you consume, the books you read, the conversations you have, they all feed your mind. Ask yourself honestly, does my environment lift me up or drain me? Do the people around me encourage my growth or keep me trapped in cycles of negativity? You don't have to cut people off completely, but you do need to limit your exposure to constant complaining, drama, or pessimism. Protect your mental space. Seek out people who challenge you to think bigger. Learn from mentors who inspire you. Fill your mind with uplifting stories, podcasts, and books that ignite your purpose and push you toward progress. The more positivity you surround yourself with, the easier it becomes to maintain a positive mindset because your environment will begin to support your vision instead of suffocating it. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. This all sounds great, but my life is hard right now. Things keep going wrong. How am I supposed to stay positive when everything around me feels like it's falling apart? I hear you. Life can be brutally tough. We all face disappointment, failure, heartbreak, and loss. You can't always control what happens to you, but you can always control how you respond to it. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist, once said, "Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way." Even in the darkest of moments, you still have that power. You can choose to rise. You can choose to find meaning in your struggle. You can choose to turn pain into purpose. When life hits you hard, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this make me stronger? What opportunity might this be creating? It doesn't mean ignoring your pain or pretending everything is fine when it's not. It means acknowledging your feelings, processing them in a healthy way, and then deciding that they will not define you. It means standing up after every fall and saying, "This will not break me. This will build me, because no matter how heavy life gets, as long as you can control your attitude, you can control your direction." And when you choose hope over despair, gratitude over bitterness, faith over fear, you take back your power one thought at a time. Every successful person you look up to has faced failure, disappointment, and rejection. The difference between them and the rest is not that they never failed. It's that they refused to let those failures define them. They turned every setback into a stepping stone, every obstacle into a lesson, every no into motivation to push harder. Thomas Edison once said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." That's the mindset of a winner. That's the kind of thinking that changes the world. Winners don't see failure as the end. They see it as feedback, as information, as part of the process. So how do you keep a positive mindset when life gets hard? One powerful technique is visualization. Your brain doesn't know the difference between something vividly imagined and something real. When you visualize success, you're literally rewiring your mind to expect it, to prepare for it, to create it. Take a few minutes each day to close your eyes and imagine yourself living the life you want. See yourself walking into that room with confidence. Hear the applause as you achieve your goal. Feel the joy of crossing that finish line. Smell the air, sense the energy, live it in your mind as if it's already happening. The more real you make it internally, the more your subconscious works to bring it into existence. You're not just dreaming, you're programming your brain for success. Another critical pillar of maintaining a positive mindset is taking care of your physical health. Your mind and body are deeply connected. When your body suffers, your mind follows. When you neglect sleep, eat junk, or stay sedentary, you make it harder to think clearly, harder to stay optimistic, harder to feel strong. Treat your body like an ally, not an afterthought. Get enough rest. Feed yourself foods that energize you, not drain you. Move your body. Exercise isn't just for your muscles, it's for your mind. It releases endorphins that lift your mood and clear the mental fog. And don't forget the quiet moments. Meditation and mindfulness help you catch negative thoughts before they spiral, giving you the power to control them instead of letting them control you. Without clear goals, even the strongest mind begins to wander. When you don't know where you're going, it's easy to lose motivation and slip into negativity. So set goals, clear, specific, meaningful goals. Write them down, break them into steps you can act on daily. Celebrate small wins along the way, because every small victory builds momentum and belief. Goals give you direction. They give you something positive to focus on when everything else feels uncertain. But remember this, your goals must be yours. Don't chase what others tell you to want. Don't live by society's definition of success. Choose goals that align with your values, your passions, your purpose. And purpose is everything. Purpose gives your life meaning beyond your routines, beyond your struggles. It gives you a reason to rise when you fall. Your purpose doesn't have to be huge or world-changing. It just has to matter to you. Maybe it's being the best parent you can be. Maybe it's creating art that touches someone's soul. Maybe it's building something that improves one person's life. Whatever it is, let it guide you. Purpose is your North Star. It keeps you moving even when the road is dark. Some people think positive thinking means pretending everything is fine, ignoring pain, or denying reality. But that's not positivity. That's avoidance. Real positivity is about facing problems head-on with faith and courage. It's not saying nothing's wrong. It's saying, no matter what's wrong, I'll find a way through it. When you face a challenge, instead of thinking, this is terrible, I'll never get through this, try thinking, this is tough, but I've overcome worse before. I can do it again. That's how you shift from a victim mindset to an empowered one. You're not helpless. You're not trapped. You are the author of your own story, and every chapter of struggle can become a story of strength. And finally, forgiveness. One of the most powerful tools in destroying negative thinking. Holding on to anger, grudges, and resentment is like drinking poison and expecting someone else to die. It doesn't hurt them, it eats away at you. Forgiveness doesn't mean you approve of what happened or forget the pain. It means you choose peace over bitterness. You choose freedom over emotional chains. And forgiveness isn't just for others, it's for yourself too. Stop punishing yourself for the mistakes of your past. You are not the same person you were back then. Learn from what went wrong, make amends where you can, and then let it go. Don't keep reopening old wounds that are trying to heal. You are not defined by what you've done. You are defined by what you choose to do next. When you forgive, you make room for peace. When you let go, you create space for growth. When you release the weight of resentment, you rise higher than ever before. And that right there is how you take your power back from negativity. It's how you start living life on your terms. You are not defined by your past. You are defined by who you choose to be right now in this very moment. Every second gives you a new chance to decide who you are, what you stand for, and what direction your life will take. The past may have shaped you, but it does not have to limit you. You have the power to rewrite your story starting today. Positive thinking is powerful, but it must walk hand in hand with positive action. You can't sit still, repeat affirmations, and expect your life to magically transform. Thoughts create vision, but action creates change. When you take even the smallest step toward your goals, you build momentum. You create proof for yourself that you are capable of progress. That single action, no matter how small, becomes fuel for the next. Confidence is not built by waiting, it's built by doing. Start small if you have to. Make your bed each morning. Go for a 10-minute walk. Send that message you've been avoiding. Organize one corner of your room. Take one step, then another, and another. Action feeds motivation. The more you do, the more you'll want to do. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill, gathering speed and power as it moves. Progress compounds. Momentum grows. Before you know it, what once felt impossible starts to feel inevitable. Another key to killing negative thinking is learning to embrace failure. Too many people are paralyzed by the fear of it. They'd rather stay still than risk falling. But failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of it. Every successful person you admire has failed over and over again. The difference is that they refuse to let those failures define them. When you fail, don't call it defeat, call it feedback. Each mistake carries a lesson, and those lessons are the building blocks of greatness. Develop a growth mindset. Believe that your abilities can be developed through effort, practice, and persistence. Talent is only the starting point. It's your dedication and consistency that shape your future. Success isn't given. It's earned through learning, adapting, and never giving up. In today's social media world, it's easier than ever to fall into the trap of comparison. We scroll through highlight reels of other people's lives and convince ourselves that we're behind. But what you see online is not the full picture. It's a snapshot, a filtered moment. You're not in competition with anyone else. Your journey is your own, and your timing is perfect for you. The only person you should try to be better than is the person you were yesterday. Focus on your own progress, no matter how small. Celebrate every step forward. Remember, success is not limited. Someone else's victory doesn't take away from yours. In fact, their success is proof that it's possible. Let it inspire you, not discourage you. When you see others win, it means winning is within reach. Another powerful way to destroy negative thinking is through reframing, learning to see situations from a different perspective. Life won't always go as planned, but you always have a choice in how you interpret what happens to you. Lost your job? Maybe it's the push you needed to start that business you've been dreaming about. A relationship ended? Maybe it's creating space for someone who will truly value you. Reframing doesn't mean ignoring the pain or pretending it doesn't hurt. It means choosing to focus on the potential for growth instead of getting stuck in disappointment. Every difficulty carries the seed of opportunity, if you're willing to look for it. And through it all, never forget the importance of self-care in maintaining a positive mindset. Too often we give everything we have to others, our time, our energy, our attention, and leave nothing for ourselves. Then we wonder why we feel empty, drained, or negative. You can't pour from an empty cup. Taking care of yourself isn't selfish, it's essential. When you nurture yourself, you strengthen your ability to show up fully in every other area of your life. Self-care looks different for everyone. Maybe for you, it's taking a quiet walk in nature, reading a book that fills your mind with peace, soaking in a warm bath after a long day, or setting boundaries that protect your energy. Maybe it's saying no to commitments that don't serve you, or simply allowing yourself to rest without guilt. Whatever it is, make time for it. Schedule it like any other important appointment, because it is one. When you treat yourself with care and respect, you remind your mind and body that you are worthy of peace, balance, and happiness. The more you take care of yourself, the easier it becomes to think clearly, to act courageously, and to stay positive, no matter what life throws your way. Another crucial part of killing negative thinking is building resilience, the strength to bounce back from setbacks, to keep moving when life knocks you down. Resilience is what separates those who crumble from those who rise stronger than before. It's not something you're born with. It's something you build through experience, through persistence, through refusing to quit. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to strengthen that muscle. Every obstacle you overcome teaches your mind one unshakable truth: I can handle this. I've done it before, and I can do it again. Resilience grows each time you push through difficulty instead of surrendering to it. One way to build it is through optimistic self-talk. When you face a setback, it's easy to fall into that spiral of, "This always happens to me. I'll never succeed." But instead, train your mind to respond differently. Say to yourself, "This is temporary. I can learn from this. I can come back stronger. That shift in language changes everything. You stop seeing failure as the end and start seeing it as part of the process. Resilience doesn't mean you never feel pain, frustration, or sadness. It means you don't let those emotions define you. You acknowledge them, feel them, and then keep going anyway. That's true strength. Your environment also plays a massive role in your mindset. A cluttered space leads to a cluttered mind. When your surroundings are chaotic, it becomes harder to think clearly or feel calm. Take time to create an environment that supports positivity and peace. Declutter your space. Add plants that bring life into your room. Hang artwork that inspires you. Create a small area that feels like your sanctuary, a place for reflection, meditation, or silence. And remember, your digital environment matters just as much. If you're constantly surrounded by negative news, toxic arguments, and endless scrolling through other people's lives, it's no wonder you feel drained. Start curating your online world. Follow pages that motivate you. Listen to voices that uplift you. Replace noise with nourishment. Another powerful weapon against negative thinking is mindfulness. Mindfulness is simply being fully present in the moment, without judgment, without reaction. It's learning to observe your thoughts instead of being controlled by them. When you practice mindfulness, you realize something liberating. You are not your thoughts. You have thoughts, but they don't define you. They come and go like clouds in the sky. You get to decide which ones to focus on, which ones to believe, and which ones to let drift away. The more mindful you become, the less power negativity has over you. You can acknowledge it without feeding it, notice it without surrendering to it, and redirect your energy towards something constructive. Don't forget the importance of celebrating your wins, no matter how small they may seem. Most of us are so focused on the next goal, the next milestone, the next mountain to climb, that we forget to look back and see how far we've already come. Take time each day to acknowledge your progress. Maybe you made a healthy choice today. Maybe you had a good conversation with someone you care about. Maybe you took one small step toward a big dream. Every little victory matters. Celebrating these moments builds momentum. It reinforces your belief that you're capable of success. It trains your brain to seek out what's good in your life instead of what's lacking. Another essential part of maintaining a positive mindset is continuous learning and growth. When you're learning, you're expanding your mind. You're keeping it alive and forward-focused. Stagnation breeds negativity, but growth creates energy and excitement. Read books that challenge you. Take courses that inspire you. Try new things. Step into situations that make you a little uncomfortable. That's where growth lives, just outside your comfort zone. Every time you push yourself to learn something new, you remind your mind that you are capable of progress, that you are not stuck. And each time you face fear and move through it, you prove to yourself that you're stronger than you ever imagined. Finally, one of the most powerful ways to kill negative thinking is through service, helping others. When you shift your focus from your own problems to making a difference in someone else's life, your perspective changes. It's hard to feel hopeless when you're given hope. It's hard to feel worthless when you're adding value to someone else's world. Service doesn't have to mean grand gestures. You don't have to start a foundation or give away fortunes. Sometimes it's as simple as being there for a friend who needs you, smiling at a stranger, mentoring someone younger, or volunteering a bit of your time. Small acts of kindness ripple outward in ways you can't imagine. They spread positivity beyond what you can see. And in doing so, they heal the negativity within you. When you serve others, you connect to something bigger than yourself. You remember that your life has meaning, that you matter, and that you're part of a greater story. And in that connection, negativity loses its grip, gratitude grows, purpose deepens, and you begin to see yourself and the world through the lens of possibility again. In the pursuit of killing negative thinking, it's essential to understand one of the most powerful truths about your mind: the concept of